Okay, I think we might be live now. Let me know if you can hear me. You cannot see me because unfortunately my daughter stole my webcam. But all right, so hopefully we are live. Let's see. I'm on the channel. I could check, right? Yep, says we are. Says we're on here. And looks like we're at least there. Let me save. I'm going to share this into the Facebook group. Hi, Marjorie. How's it going? Hopefully all is well. Let me know if you, I can't remember, Marjorie, I know we were going to follow up on the Etsy stuff. Can you tell me while I'm here sharing this into the Facebook group, can you tell me if you are actually on and selling items on Etsy? And just like a yes, selling items, or no, not ready, or something like that. Little. I'm going to post that to Facebook real quick. And I actually wanted to go back and go to my channel. And then there's a massive delay, so it's like very confusing to me. Okay, so let me first talk about a couple of things that we've done that you may or may not have seen. You're on but not selling. Okay, and I'm going to talk about, in fact, I have a little list here that I started that was, I've got Etsy on sale and YouTube Shorts I specifically want to address. And then we're going to take a look at Pinterest live. I haven't looked at it, so we're going to do that live. So right here, I wanted to show you, I changed the banner up here on the YouTube channel, and you can see that there's a video schedule. And the reason why I did that is because the one before was just a blurry picture that I put up there. For those who don't know, this was not my original channel, right? And it's, my other channel's still fine. It's still up. It's just that the last channel that I was doing stuff on is Lead Generation Source. And that happened to be a test, right? That's all. I wasn't planning on ever getting on YouTube and actually doing stuff. So it was just a test to see if I could get momentum with it and if I could do stuff. And I did. And then eventually I realized that a lot of my testing was, let's say, counterproductive, because there was a shift taking place in everywhere, you know, Google, YouTube, Facebook, everything, to wanting branding in order to get found. And Lead Generation Source, that term is too generic. So I went back to my Little Biz resources, which I've had for a really long time, and fixed the website. And now we're to the point where we're getting caught up on a lot of things. We're trying to still shift everything over from Lead Generation Source. And it's just me for the most part. Chrissy's really busy with her stuff and she helps where she can, but a lot of the tech stuff is just me. So, and I'm being a normal person, right? Doing it all myself. All right, so wanted to show you, I did this so that you could see the schedule. We are going to stick to this the best we can and have videos out pretty much every day. I mean, Sunday, Monday, I may not have a video on Sunday, but we will definitely have one on one of the days, if not both. And that's going to be social media marketing. If you're in the Facebook group, I've asked for specific marketing, social media marketing topics that you're interested in. Otherwise, if I don't get any feedback by Friday, I'll just pick one from our top ones, or whatever I'm focused on at the time, maybe Instagram, because that one still gets some reach. Then Tuesdays, we're going to still keep doing our business to business, which is services. Right now, we are releasing the 9 services that you can start within 24 hours. And then on Wednesdays, we're going to release Etsy videos. We were going to be doing 2 or 3 videos a day, but looking at the visibility of them, it appears that Wednesdays, or at least when we released a second video on Wednesday, there was nobody saw the second video. So that could be an algorithm thing, because YouTube's not going to be like, oh, hey, there's a video. Hey, there's a video. Hey, there's a video out, right? And so it could be an algorithm thing. It could be just the topic. I don't know. We might test it one more time, but yes, Marjorie, I saw you were interested in Site Pop, and that one does sort of fits into social media marketing if we talk about SEO or something like that. So we might be able to, you know, put those, like I said, it'll be a series of videos. So that one we will definitely add in there. I did see that. That one's going to take a little bit more time for me to set up, though, so it won't be immediate. You can watch, in the meantime, I can send you their new sales video thing, which has such good information. Like, even if you don't get the program or the software, which I still use, it's like, it's amazing at that, how much information you get from them. They're really good at providing information. So anyway, I can share that link in the description afterwards, and I'll post it in the, well, no, I guess I can't post it in the Facebook group. That's part of the reason why I'm shifting to YouTube. I don't know. We'll see. I'll get you the link so you can see that at least. Then my videos will of course share how I'm using it and everything. And then Thursdays, we're going to do an affiliate marketing video in the morning. And then in the evenings, it'll be the live Q&A. Almost nobody shows up on the live Q&A right now. So I'm not too worried about people that are like, hey, that's too many videos, 2 a day or whatever, because Marjorie comes. And so Marjorie is an amazing human being. And I'm sorry that came, Marjorie, I had to tell you this, that triggered something. There was an article I saw earlier today, and it was, there's some college that is going to penalize students if they get the pronoun wrong when they're addressing someone. And I'm like, seriously, I can't keep track of it normally. Like, I'm always like, oh, he's over there. And Cassandra's like, that's she. And I'm like, whatever, you know, I'm like, I would be in trouble. I am glad this is going to push more and more people to online schools, by the way. If you're not allowed to talk and misspeak in schools, or say, hey, look at her over there and it's a guy. I mean, that's happened. That's our entire lives. That's been the case, right? You remember what, the 60s, long hair? This has been ongoing forever. So that just seems like a silly thing to start penalizing people. All right. So then Fridays, we're going to do print on demand. I know that was a really random side note, but Fridays, we're going to do print on demand. Again, we're going to have to test the 1 or the 2 videos, but the print on demand is really amazing. And I want to show you guys something. I did an automation video, but if you come here, I want you guys to see this. So Cafe Press, I don't know how many of you guys have heard of this place. This is a marketplace, right? And for those who didn't see my Etsy video, a marketplace is basically where a bunch of people come in and sell. Now, the difference is that this is Cafe Press Marketplace. So they're Cafe Press products, but all of the designers are all different types of people, right? So what's amazing about that is that you can design away and put it up here. We are coming into the peak selling season, right? Cafe Press, I can almost guarantee if we were to look at their traffic, which I don't know if I can, I say that, SimilarWeb. Let's check SimilarWeb. Not Little Biz Resources though. So SimilarWeb, for those who don't know, is like, you can go in and you can look and see like what sites are, so like for SEO, it's really useful. Like if you wanted to, if you know that you're like, SEMrush as an example, like you were to go in here and you would say, hey, I can't think and type at the same time. So here's cafepress.com. We're going to see, I don't know if it has traffic information, but you can come in here and you can see like what other shops, okay, thanks, other shops are like it. If you scroll to competitors, right? So you look and see, so Zazzle, that's a big one. It's funny that they have, stop it. It's funny that they have Etsy on here because Etsy is a true marketplace in that they don't have products on there, just sellers do. Bonanza.com, Spreadshirt.com, Amazon.uk.co.uk is, that's funny that Amazon.com doesn't compete with them, but Amazon.co.uk does. Alibaba, I would not say. That's funny that has an internal server error on there, but that is wholesale stuff. That's not even close to the same, so I don't know why. Mercari, I think sort of is. HSN, I don't know that they have an actual network, but they're looking at it from a customer perspective in the first place. And Oriental Training. So these are not all the same, but Zazzle is similar. I think Bonanza is, stop that. Spreadshirt. And then of course, Etsy's the marketplace. Now Etsy, you have to sell your own items. And this is something that we've talked about in the past. And we've always been like, hey, we've got Etsy courses. We want to help you sell on Etsy. And we brought in print on demand last year or the year before, I can't remember. And we said, hey, here's some print on demand. Actually, it would be the year before because last year was so chaotic with the pandemic that we ended up not recommending print on demand because there were so many delays. Now I'm going to tell you there's going to be delays. It's inevitable, but it doesn't matter if you're shipping something that's in stock or not, you're going to have delays. FedEx is already reporting that they can't get enough. Even though we've had record breaking shipping, FedEx reported a down profit. Why? Because they can't hire enough people. Plus the cost of hiring people has gone up. So, and there was a whole article about it. Those are the only 2 points I read. And then I stopped reading because I'm like, blah, blah, blah. People need to stop whining, right? We just need to figure out a way to do stuff, or else we're just going to start selling digital stuff, which we can do as well, right? So what I'm doing is I'm putting together, this whole thing is going to be, I'll just hop into Canva for a second so you can see the process. And we'll just create a custom size real quick. This is just easy for me to pull up really quick and show you guys. So the idea behind this is we start with, we'll just do this. We're going to do, we're going to design it. Now you're like, Kim, I don't know how to design. Neither do I. And yet I can. So I'm going to teach you how I did it. And if you're like, hey, I do know how to design, then take a couple tips from me on how to speed that up. So we're going to learn how to design it. Then we're going to automate some of the harder stuff. This is an optional step, by the way. This is an optional step. I am using Power Automate Desktop from Microsoft. It's free. Okay. So this design is free. Well, we'll see if it's going to be free. we're going to do it two different ways. We're going to do Photoshop, and then we're going to do GIMP. GIMP is completely free. A lot of people already have Photoshop, so we're going to go ahead and do both of those. But we're going to use Photoshop and GIMP. Then we're going to automate. I do not know if I can automate with GIMP yet. I can automate with Photoshop. I already have that entire system set up. But this, again, is going to be optional. And then we're going to, you can choose if you want to put it into your products. So print on demand or marketplaces. And actually, I recommend kind of both if you want to do both. Now, and when I say print on demand and marketplaces, print on demand is like Printful, right? We use Printful. And we'll talk more about Printful and show you how to do everything with that. So this is going to be a detailed, like, you know, we're going to go through step by step. So this is the problem though, right? If we look at a calendar here, no, not my calendar. That'll be way too messy. Let's just pull this up. You guys can see this tiny little bit thing here, right? So we're at the 23rd, October 1st. We might be able to make it through October without major selling times, but I guarantee you mid-October stuff's going to pick up, especially with all of the stuff going, oh, we can't get toys in, we can't get product in, everybody, all the stuff is stuck out there, we can't get it into the ports. It's like every article I've seen lately. Google, can you show me something else? Thanks. Yeah, that would be retargeting, by the way. You click on one and look. Now all of a sudden I get all this Minecraft stuff. Do you think I play Minecraft? No, my daughter does. She watches videos, so I get retargeted. Yay. Oh, but the power of it, right? I will say there are some, I don't play Minecraft, and like every now and again, there's some titles that I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to keep track of that title. That made me want to click on it. I'm like, I don't even play Minecraft. That is good copywriting there. So I'm thinking we need to, if we're only releasing them on Fridays, we're going to have to do 2 or 3 to get you guys to the point where by mid-October, you can get all the way into it. Right. And I'm still outlining it all. I'm going to have an intro video tomorrow, and then I'm probably going to do an overview of, you know, Photoshop versus GIMP so people can make a decision real quick. So those are going to be the two, I think. I got to double check and see what's ready. I still have to finish recording them. This is what happens when you release every day, right? But we need the videos out there, and you can't learn it if it's not there, right? Then then the automation process is actually a lot simpler than I think most people make it. So we are going to, we'll just put this on here so you guys, if you're interested, can start doing a little bit of research. So we're going to do Power Automate Pro. And the point of this is this is not like this is just Kim idea of putting stuff together, by the way. This is all stuff you can do on your own. You don't need Kim to hold your hand, but Kim will hold your hand because I love you guys, right? And in a nice platonic, please don't stalk me way. Right? I say that now. Nobody stalks me now. When I was younger, they stalked me, but not anymore. I'm like, maybe I should say, please stalk me. No, I'm not. I'm just messing around. So when our designs, we're going to be talking about this. We will not be doing it from scratch. We're going to be using items that we either can alter or tweak. So I'm not going to teach you like how to design. Oh, I'm going to teach you how to do a mug with Photoshop. No, I don't know how to do that. Right? I'm going to teach you how to find stuff, where to find stuff, how to tweak it really easily, you know, how to do repeat stuff, because repeating things is really, really important. Let's see. Then from there, we're going to automate it. The point of automating is to take it and go, okay, so like for Printful, for example, they have leggings, they've got shirts, they've got swimsuits, they've got backpacks, they got all these different things, and they're all different sizes, right? There's a couple of them that are the same, but not enough to be like, oh yeah, I can make 10 items with one size. So all of their designs are different sizes. So what that means is that you have to manually go in, open it, fill the file. If it's a repeating file, right? Fill it, open, fill it, open, fill it. You can automate that. You can automate that to the point. Oh, that's funny. I have my little subscribe button up. Hold on. Which one's that one? There we go. You can automate that to the point where you literally just push it, and then 15, 20, 30 minutes later, depending on how many you're doing, like I think I have 69 files for print on demand that are repeating files, right? So that you can go through, you can make them all, you can have the files, and you can just go and load them. Now, the difference between Printful and the other marketplaces like Cafe Press and Zazzle is that with Printful, you have your own product. With Cafe Press and Zazzle, you don't have your product. You don't have to worry about refunds. You don't have to worry about any of that. You just design it and put it on there. And I have my suspicions that a lot more people are going to be able to take off with thinking about putting it on Cafe Press and Zazzle. And I say that, but there's not a whole lot of repeating designs on there. So I'm still going through all of those. But again, that will be by hopefully the beginning of October. We'll have some information. Well, towards the beginning of October, because we're already there. So it will be, let's go to October. So hopefully by the 15th, we'll have some good information about that on there, right? So that's the idea behind that one. So that is going to be a ton of fun, I think. And then on Saturday, we'll go ahead and leave it as an open topic. No, I'm not doing Canva Pro, Marjorie, but thanks for asking. I actually just use free Canva. And I mean, Canva Pro is definitely worth it. I'm not going to say it's not. It's just I have more than enough resources that I don't need to do Canva Pro. So, and I don't know if Canva Pro can do, I don't know enough about Canva Pro to know if it would do a lot of it, but I do know that it can't do everything I want it to do. So I only know how to use it in Photoshop and GIMP, and yeah. So maybe we'll take a look at that later, but I don't think I have enough time to learn it before we need to hop into this. So we're going to start with what we know, and then maybe next year add some more stuff in. All right, so Cafe Press, we were going to check and see if they had a lot of traffic. I was going to show you guys if they did do this. Referrals, search, social, display. I wonder if search will show. No, it doesn't. I suspect if you were to see this, that you would see this, a bump in, oh, I bet if I go to trends. Let's take a look. This is worth it. So if we were to look at Cafe Press as a search term, we could see this is interesting. This is the past 12 months. Oh, that's interesting. What is this? This is, so December. Yeah. You could see this huge peak in December, right? That's when it is December 6th through 12th. So the beginning of December, and it looks like October 11th through 17th. Yeah, I figured that would be the case. And then it slows down a little bit, and then it goes back up. So now if we go back to, and this is a good tool to use, period, by the way. So we'll go the past 5 years and see if it always peaks. I think it does. So this was when they were a lot more popular. December 2016. Here's December 2017. December. So basically by Black Friday, we need to be listed on there. And that's the goal for that one. Let's get listed, well, hopefully before Black Friday, but at least we're there. So it'll be Cafe Press, Zazzle, stuff like that. So we're going to go through all of those. We're going to try to have a list for you, shorten the time frame for learning it all, right? Because that would be a huge thing. What if you could get this stuff listed and get testing and get without having to spend a dime, right? You don't spend a dime and you can be doing stuff, but you do have to put the effort in. All right. So then the other thing I want to talk about real quick for those of you who are Etsy people is that Etsy did some changes, and let's just do incognito mode so I don't mess it up. I did a search the other day on the recording and now I'm getting stuff right. So let's come in here and I'm going to show you guys something, and we're going to actually take a look at this. We're going to go to, I got to think about the name, Snoopy Cotton Fabric. Okay. I sell cotton fabric, and I'm going to show you, this is another reason why I need to be incognito. These are all ads. First row is always ads now. And I'm not seeing any of mine yet, which is interesting because 3 weeks ago, I dominated the first page. I mean, dominated. And now I can't get found anywhere ever since they did the star seller. But something that's interesting here, I don't know if you've noticed this, but I'm not seeing any star sellers up here. They probably are, but it's just not showing it. I would suspect this one's probably a star seller shop. I would assume this one is as well. Let's go in here and take a look. But it's not saying it. Huh. This is interesting. So they may or may not be, but this is what we were talking about. When they implemented the star seller back at the beginning of the month, everything changed. I think they did an algorithm change. And so this goes along lines with, hey, they've been telling us for a while now that we need to make sure that we're going in, and if our products aren't selling, then we need to go in and we need to change our titles and we need to change our pictures. And we need to, oh, Chrissy, sorry. This is really delayed. I didn't see you on, but thanks. Yeah, sorry. I would have you come on. I just didn't know you were going to be available. I'm sorry, Chrissy. We're going to have to play with live next week. We're bringing other people on live next week because it's going to use Skype. And I don't know how to use Skype. Shh. Okay, so Marjorie has a good question. How are they getting away with selling registered trademark images? Now, first of all, this is a material. So this is, there's two things that happen here. One is that, like as a reseller of fabric, I resell fabric, right? I can resell this because I purchased it to resell as a licensed product. So it is licensed for that. But for like this one right here, where it's like the dog collar, Chrissy, do you remember what they call it again? I know we just talked about this like 2 days ago, but there's a terminology that there's some legal thing that they went through the courts, and basically, even though it says it's licensed and you can't resell it as an end product, people can still do it because they bought it and it's theirs, right? And I can't remember what it was, and hopefully Chrissy will come up with the name of it in a second. But it's first right to use or something like that. I can't remember, but what's interesting is that when they've been telling us, change your titles, change your pictures, change all the stuff if it's not selling, right? I think their algorithm, even though you have a listing for 4 months, I think their algorithm says, hey, this hasn't sold. So unless something changes, I'm not going to keep it in the listings. Right? I think that's what I think is going on, because a lot of these people were on here before, but they've changed their images. They've done different things, right? I still can't believe I'm not on here. Mine did change. So one of the things that you can do to quickly change and test this theory is what I did. And I went to Etsy on sale. Now, Etsy on sale, it's basically a third-party platform, and it lets you run your sales, which is so much easier than running it on Etsy. Super sad, I know, but Etsy uses a coupon system, and if you do it through this, it just basically lowers the price and then puts it in the pictures and stuff to show it to people. But then when it's done, it resets it and puts the prices back to the way it was. So it's kind of the same thing, but it's a little tricky because you can't edit as much. You can't do as many things. So you got to be careful with it. But I did that, and I went from last week at maybe $20 a day on average, and some days $0 a day for sales, which is the lowest I've been since I started. Okay. And oh yeah. So Chrissy mentioned it's first sale Doctrine, but I don't know if that really applies on marketplaces. I can't read all of it. It's cutting it off. Sorry. I'm going to have to move this over maybe. There we go. The law is if you ever, right. And so it's risky. It's risky to put stuff on there, but people do it until they get shut down or until they don't get caught, right? One of the two. So that's the thing with Etsy, is that it's a marketplace. It's not really their laws to enforce. So they just sit around and let it happen until somebody complains. And unfortunately, like, I got tagged for a trademark infringement and I wasn't even infringing. And in fact, I got it removed because they're stupid and they shouldn't have done it. But it's their system, right? I still can't believe I'm not in here at all. This is ridiculous. So, and that's where I go back to why. I don't know. I don't understand why I went from being on page 1 for a bunch of stuff to not being on page 1 at all. And the only thing I can say is that a lot of these stores have gone in, they've all popped up. They weren't in there before. And if they really aren't star sellers, which I'll have to dive into on my side more, if they're not star sellers, that's something happened when they implemented that, which is really, really idiotic. But whatever. But Etsy on sale, what it does is it changes it, and it changes your title and your picture. And I think that does two things. One is that not a ton of people are using Etsy on sale. And if they are, they're probably not running a sale at the same time as you, except for maybe if it's Black Friday. So what happens is that changes your picture up so that it looks different, right? And we talk about this in every type of marketing that we do, is that we need to be looking at what can we do differently than what everybody else is doing. And that's something that you can do that's different than everybody else. So is it the pictures? Is it the traffic coming in from Etsy on sale? Because they have their own people, right? Shop the sales. So they have their own people coming in. And then they have, of course, they're changing your titles, and you can even change tags and stuff in there as well. So you can get started if you're already selling on Etsy and you want to like see if it helps at all. And I'd say give it a little bit of time. If you like listed last week and you're not making a sale, that doesn't necessarily mean anything. I mean, it's really competitive and volatile right now, and sales across the board, physically and online, are down. Right, they are down, and I think that's one in part because a lot of people can't get certain products, and so that's discouraging to them, and then they don't keep buying. And two, it's also an issue because of the inventory issue, but two, also because we've got all of this volatility. I mean, we're talking huge, massive increases in pricing for housing, cost of living is increasing, everything, the costs are increasing, and all of a sudden we're shutting down all of the income from unemployment and various other stuff. So it's just kind of a weird time. So if you're not selling, it doesn't necessarily mean anything. But considering the fact that last week I wasn't and this week I am, I mean, I went from, like I said, average of $20 days to $100 days. That's a big difference. And it's not just because, oh, this week's special. It's not. I suspect it's because something happened when I did that Etsy on sale. And it triggered whatever in that whatever changed in that algorithm. So something to consider. This does cost money. You can get started with for free with 5 credits, which is enough to run a sale, right? 1 sales event and 4 credits. And if you were to do, and you can extend that if you want to, I believe. I'd have to check and see all that. I'll be playing with it more and share more information as that goes on. But I did want to make sure that for those of you who are on Etsy, if you're having challenges with that, this might be why. Their algorithm changed, definitely. All right, so let's do Pinterest live now. Pinterest. So we said last week, and I actually have it in front of me. I'm not going to pull it up because it'll take too long. 2 Pinterest pins, 2 idea pins. I did 1 idea pin, sorry. But I did do 2 Pinterest pins. I think I did 3. 2 Instagram posts and 2 Instagram reels. I did 1 reel, no posts. I didn't get around to LinkedIn. And then YouTube, we basically just rocked on it. So we got everything out on it so far that we're going to. I don't know. I always have to click that and clear it out. I never read it. Okay, so let's go into... that's not encouraging. So this was 1, and it's on Profit Singular. I gotta tell you, though, 27 views is still more than I normally get. So that was just to test that, and I did it yesterday. So 27 views. That's not horrible, not great. I think what happens so this one is my first idea pin that I did, and I got 1.52 thousand impressions. And if you look at the analytics on it, it goes really, really high to low. So it took 2 or 3 days, and then it was done, right? Now this is purely inspirational. There's nothing else about it. So this is more like an entertainment one, right? So if you think about this for something more for entertainment, versus something like this, which is promotional, right? This is going to be it's just promotional. I have no music in mind, by the way. I just don't see the point to it. That can make a difference, especially on Instagram. But here, I don't know. And I don't like the title on the top of it, but I couldn't figure out how to get any other information up there, right? So this one is, I have a link in it, which even though you can't click on it and go anywhere. I think their system can read that. So I'll have to test some more. These are 2 completely different types of idea pins. So what I might do is test something more entertaining with a link and see if that changes, if it helps at all, if it does anything, if something happens. And then of course let's go to analytics real quick and just look at all of them. Because 27 isn't much of a change, right? Now don't ignore the downs. I told you guys I stopped posting because idea pins were the only thing to do. So it makes sense that I would be down, especially when most of that, look at 1.3K. What was that? 1 point whatever K was all that one idea pin. And so for the last 30 days for it going down, doesn't surprise me one bit. And I'm not the least bit concerned about it because this is all testing right now and I don't have anything going on to it. So we're trying to figure out what works. I still at 152 impressions there, but check this out. How to create engaging Facebook posts, right? It had 102 impressions. This had like no momentum at the beginning. In fact, I wonder if I can look at just that pin data. See more stats. I don't want the last 30 days. I want the last 180 days. Look at that. Right here, you can see, boom, all of a sudden there's visibility, right? So this, I can't remember what day did I post this. And it's not very many either. Look, it's only like 8 a day and everything. And that's going to go back to you're on Pinterest, right? And people, even though it's a search engine, more people are browsing than searching. So this goes back to, yes, there's an element of people who are searching, but a lot of people are probably searching cat videos and we don't have any way to figure out that data. The best method we have, and let's see if it still works. This was working for a while and then it wasn't. Wait, go to my feed, home feed. So if I come in here and I want to do a search, it's going to, let's clear out recent searches. Okay. So they got ideas still based on your searches. So that's another challenge, is that you're going to compete with their algorithm. Every platform has an algorithm, but let's say that I wanted to look up Facebook. The recommendations right here, cover photos, Facebook cover photos, aesthetic, Facebook logo, Facebook icon. There's nothing here about how to market on Facebook. So then we go one step further. We'll do Facebook marketing. And then we do get strategy tips, strategy cheat sheets, etc. And that's when you're going to be competing against everybody else on that, right? You're going to get this, and it already looks cluttered. And why am I here? So yeah, these are got to be old. There's no way these are newer. I wish they'd tell us. They used to. They took it off though, and I don't know why. They used to have it so you could see the date that it was published. So anyway, you can look and see. I'm gonna guess that anything with infographics is older because infographics are not that great anymore. They're tougher to get traffic from and everything else. So most people aren't doing them, but it could have been new. Who knows? All right. So now you can see that. Sorry, that would be me not turning my phone off and my sister texting me. Yes, Chrissy, I would do that. Let me turn my volume down though. Okay. And let's see here. So we've done Pinterest. All right. Start posting your questions in, because we kind of did an update on that, but I want to live. Well, let me pull this off so that if I have to log in, you guys don't have to, I don't have to go back and do something. Let's see. I want analytics. Let's look at my analytics. I shouldn't have to log in, but okay. So we are at Little Biz Resources. Now, I'm going to say again, don't pay attention to this data for me. For you guys, this might be good, but for me, I have a bunch of subdomains on here, which I still haven't figured out how to get unattached. And I was driving traffic to those subdomains. That's going to cause a huge bounce rate, right? And that's because they're just going to a sign up page and then leaving. So I have to figure out how to get my subdomains off of the Little Biz Resources site. You're supposed to add them in separately. That's what they tell you to do. And then I'm like, well, that didn't happen. All right. So let's see here. Well, let's actually go back to my dashboard and see if we have anything coming in from, this is a dashboard from Christy Hill. You can search it and find it, I'm sure, if you want to figure out how to do that. So 47 sessions. This is for September 16th through 22nd. That's not horrible. I mean, I know it probably looked higher than that before, but if you guys remember, I was looking at it and had that one hosting the it's good hosting SiteGround, and it was their tools were tagging it. I had to move this site off so it's not tagging it anymore. So that could be a big change in the numbers right there. So we've got people coming in from google.com, people coming in from Facebook. It says 11 sessions from Facebook in the last week alone. That's not horrible, right? That's not horrible. Let's do a month since it's what we're aiming for, right? So I wonder if I can do Last 30 days. There we go. Last 30 days. So, ooh, 319 total sessions. Sweet. And this is the one that looks like the landing page is the most. And I've had 5 come in from Pinterest. I need a lot more than that to make Pinterest worthwhile. And then 1 coming in here. And these are all 5 from Pinterest. Now, of course, this is because the dashboard is going to show that. Let's see. Acquisition. Overview. I'm not an analytics person, so it's really hard to tell. Direct, referral, and social. So let's see social. So Facebook, I'm getting a lot of traffic from Facebook. That is interesting. That is really interesting that I'm getting, and this is where they're coming into. So this is where you see start.littlebizresources.com. That is actually the ebook. So that's not bad. Though I'm pretty sure not that many people are signing up for it. And then, oh, I probably need to change that so it's a redirect too after they sign up. Little Biz Resource, it does redirect. So that would not be a bounce then. This should not, I don't know what that is. That shouldn't be there. See, this is Elementor preview stuff. That's got to be tracking me then. This is look at FBCLID equals blah, blah, blah. That's a link from Facebook, right? So you're going from Facebook to the page. So then this one is directly to the 9 services from somewhere. And well, from Facebook it says, which is weird that it didn't have a link on it. The tracking link. So this is how you can kind of get an idea of what do people like? What are they, what should I pick up more on? What should I maybe promote more on, etc. Unfortunately, it's still not enough data to really draw any conclusions, but I can say, hey, some of the efforts that I'm doing are working, right? And the important part about that is something working? Yes. So let's stay the course and keep going. In fact, I might fine tune. I auto post to Facebook now, but maybe I'll, post some new ones in there or something. I don't know. I'm not really, Facebook is, how am I getting clicks if nobody's seeing the post, right? So it's got to be coming from the Facebook group, I'm already doing stuff in that. So I'll just keep the course on there and then maybe research and see if there's somewhere else that I can look at that. So I haven't seen any questions come in, so go ahead and post them in if you have any. Chrissy, do you have any questions for me? Let's do, what do I have? What can I pull up here? There's something I was going to show you guys. Oh, you know what we could show? Get out of this. We could I have to get into it. My daughter's on here and you're not allowed to, you're not allowed to have kids on it or something. I don't know what the rules are anymore. So we are going to pull it up before I get in there. So this is kind of cool while you guys are doing that. This is called Keyword Research Tool. It is mobile. Now this, I did not get a chance. I was playing with it while I was in my car. I did not get a chance to check and see if this actually works. So about anything, Chrissy, you can ask questions about anything your heart desires that's marketing related, building a business related. Actually, let's leave that like that. So I have Keywords Everywhere installed on my desktop here. So we're going to search a term. Let's just search any term. Let's just do Facebook marketing and check the numbers because I was a little sure. It must know I like everything dark on my computer. Anyway, so Facebook marketing. Oh, that didn't help with this, did it? $6,600 a month. Let's go over here now and do Facebook marketing. And yes, that is me typing on my phone. Pretty sweet, right? And see what it comes up with. I have to scroll over though. 8,100. I think this number is going to be closer to what Uber Suggest is. Let's check Uber Suggest. Oh, good point, Chrissy. We should talk about that. I want to actually go to Uber Suggest and type in, what do we say? Facebook marketing. And say search. Where's number 8,100? Look at that. So this is what I thought I was going to say. Uber Suggest pulls straight from Google Keyword Planner, I believe. This is pulling straight from Google Keyword Planner. This uses Google Keyword Planner and other things to help tweak those numbers to be a little bit more accurate, which is why I like Keywords Everywhere. But that doesn't mean that you can't get data from something else. So I wanted to see that. So this is kind of cool because now you can I've never seen a mobile tool that lets you do keyword volume on it. So it's called Keyword Research Tool. And I don't think I can post a link because it'll be in the Play Store. I don't know if they have it on Apple or not, but for Android, it's in the Play Store. And it is obviously something you can do while you're sitting there waiting for your daughter to finish her dance lessons. So yeah, so that's it. And then something that Chrissy brought up, which is good for those of you that have to ship stuff during the holidays, Pirate Ship. Now, Pirate Ship is a third-party tool. It is free. Okay, it integrates with Shopify if you have Shopify. Otherwise, you can just come in here and you can create, shipping stuff, and you get discounted shipping. So, like Etsy, you can do it through their back end part, and it's for orders. But let's say that, like in the case that I had yesterday, where I had somebody the other day, it wasn't yesterday, the other day. Anyway, that's not important. But so somebody had ordered, something went wrong, and I had to resend them something, right? Or no, I think it was, it was for our sweepstakes. That's what it was. So the sweepstakes winners for Crafty Universe, I was sending out their what they won, and I was like, okay, how am I going to ship it and get discounted shipping other than going through the post office, which is a pain in the butt to go on their site and do. Pirate Ship, it's really easy. You get the discounted shipping and everything else. Now, the problem is, and let me just log in real quick. And hopefully it'll have the notice on here. No, it doesn't. Okay, so they have... Yes, they do have it here. I'm sorry, I'm trying to keep my information minimized because, I do have a reason to. The post office, last year they did this. They increased their price for the holiday seasons. It's going to happen again. It's inevitable. And it's a temporary rate increase, though they tend to follow up with a permanent one later on. And this is what they're going to be doing, obviously, October 3rd through December 26th. This is what they're increasing to, all these different increases. You could probably find it. They haven't announced what it is yet, but on October 3rd, which is when the rate jumps, they're going to partner with a third party. And so with a different one. So not USPS, but somebody else. And... oh, so Chrissy made the comment, no discounts on USPS website anymore, not for me at least. You know what, Chrissy, you say that, but, and Marjorie had another good question. So Chrissy, you say that, and I noticed the same thing and just assumed I was doing something wrong. But I think that they have some sort of new thing that they're coming out with. It's like a loyalty program or something. And I'm like, oh my gosh. But yes, so Chrissy answered that for you, Marjorie. Can you use Pirate Ship without having a Shopify store? Yes, you can. Pirate Shop is actually, it's a standalone thing. It just will integrate with Shopify. I don't even have my Shopify store up and running right now, right? Because it's EP Laser and I don't know what I'm going to do with EP Laser yet. So it's on hold. And I'm not going to be selling on Walmart this year. And although I might turn it all back on for the holidays. I don't know. We'll see. But right now the plan is kind of to probably go away from EP Laser and shift into other stuff. And unfortunately that means I'll be stopping on Amazon and everything else, but I don't know. I might hold out until after the new year and see what everything brings, but we'll see. So yeah, but I would say that if you are shipping USPS, and that's for small items, that is still the cheapest way to go, right? Is to ship USPS, because if you go bigger items, you should probably look at UPS. I was going to say FedEx, but I'm like, wait, they just had an article talking about how they can't ship anything. So I don't know about FedEx. Yeah, Chrissy mentioned she signed up without using a Shopify site. And I think I signed up before I had Shopify too. In fact, I saw it in a discussion about selling on Walmart. And people were like, just use Pirate Ship. I'm like, what's this Pirate Ship? And that's how I found out about it. And it's super easy to use. I would walk you through it, but unfortunately, all my information is pre-populated, so I can't. Yeah. You can even see EP right here, right? And so the address is there and everything, so I'm not going to be able to walk you through it. But if they're going to come up with something that's supposed to be a cheaper option, no FedEx. Look, I'm not anti-FedEx. I am anti-functionality. If you can't do your job, then yeah. I think the only time I've had FedEx deliver something since I've lived here, the box was completely demolished and the item inside was damaged. And I'm going, really? I don't know how that happened, but yeah. All right. So next week we should be on time, by the way. I apologize for being a little bit late today. It was kind of chaotic with my husband wasn't home before we left, and so we didn't make dinner on time, and then we had to come back and I had to throw food at my daughter, and yeah. Oh, Chrissy says they're holding her packages hostage in California. Yeah. So, Chrissy, that article said that they are trying to contract with other people to deliver packages because they can't get enough employees to deliver the packages. And I don't know. It's just, yeah, it's frustrating to read that and then read another article saying, yeah, despite the claims that there are so many jobs, it's so difficult for people to find jobs. And I'm going, how is this a thing? I don't understand that. That's my whole thing. There's all these jobs and supposedly people who need jobs, and we have no capability to be able to connect them with jobs that match them, right? I don't get it. You think that there'd be something that was created like that? Like, wait, isn't there something called, what is that one called? Monster Jobs or something like that? Oh, or, here's another one. LinkedIn. Right? I mean, I could probably come up with 3 more if I sat here and thought about it. If I Google it, I'll come up with like 10 instantly. So I don't get these articles. They just frustrate me. That's why I can't read news. I can't watch news. I have to set it aside. I try to keep up with it, but I glance through the articles and I just get frustrated and turn it off. So, I'm not seeing any questions though. Chrissy, train the people coming in at the border. Let them work since nobody else wants to. That's kind of funny. That is funny. All right. Well, I think we're good then for today. We're going to, again, keep an eye on that schedule. Let's go back to YouTube for a second. Keep an eye on that schedule. And if for whatever reason we end up skipping a day, just know it's because we have a lot of content coming out. But it's right there, right? So let's see. Today's Thursday. This is the live Q&A. And it should be at 9:30 p.m. Eastern time. I was a little bit late today. I apologize. Next week I will be on time. I say that, but my daughter has dance practice right before it. And I know, Marjorie, we've talked about this. Let's just change the day. I kid you not. We changed it to Thursday because we had it on Wednesday and Wednesday wasn't working for anybody. So then we changed it to Thursday, and then now Thursday's chaotic. And I'm going, we're just going to keep it because my husband, he added his swimming and stuff onto today, which helps make it more chaotic because I have my webinar and because my daughter has dance. And so we're just going to keep it. We'll make it work. Anyway, so tomorrow I will release at least 1, maybe 2 print-on-demand videos. And then Saturday, we're going to have, like I said, it's going to be an open topic. But I actually had an idea for one that I kind of have to hash out. So I'm not going to talk about it in case it doesn't work out. But I already have stuff we have to decide on social media for Sunday, Monday. And I already have Tuesdays scheduled and ready to go, almost ready to go. Wednesdays we have scheduled and we got to record. And then Thursdays I have scheduled. I already know what it's going to be and everything. So we already have a lot of content coming out. And of course, we do have the reminder of some things for those of you who made it this long and who are still on. We have, that was going to be my note initially, but I forgot this has a thing on it. We have the, for those of you who are selling Etsy, we've got free Etsy listings, which is the video we just did. We just released it. You can put it right there. 40 free listings, right? You can get 40 free listings. So 40 free Etsy listings, which I'll put the link in here as well. And then we'll do, we talked about selling, it's offering rewards programs, rewards and loyalty programs. That was the service one. that's one that we did this week. And then we still have the $10,000 plus per month with only 10 sales ebook, right? I'll put that link in there as well. And we have the free affiliate marketing course. So if you didn't see the coursed, I don't know why I added a T. So free affiliate, I'm going to add these links into the description afterwards. And then if you didn't see, I did a video earlier today that, in fact, nobody's seen it. It says no views. Well, I don't know. That doesn't update always. So this one is why affiliate marketing is a good business model and how you can become an affiliate or a vendor, right? And that's, a lot of people don't think about becoming a vendor, but that is something that you should consider eventually if you are into affiliate marketing. So I did that video before, and of course it links over to the free affiliate marketing course as well, plus a bunch of others. But we have, these are the ones that we have, and I will include links to them all, and I'll include a link to the why affiliate marketing is a good business model. All right, so I'll include links to all of those. So I think that's going to be it for today. And if you guys, if we missed anything, then you can hop into the Facebook group and ask questions. You can post, of course, questions, below. I think it's below on every platform. And you can, we'll come back and answer them, or we'll grab them up for next week. And then, of course, come live every Thursday. And so far, we have no plans to change that, except for if it happens to be, it'll be like Christmas, right? Well, Thanksgiving is going to fall on a Thursday. But you know what? I'm done with dinner. I'll do it. So this would be, Thanksgiving's in November, not October. Yeah, I mean, I'll be here. Be nice and full, probably sleepy, but. All right, Marjorie, you want me to I'll put the link in there to SitePop. So I'll put that in there afterwards too. Yeah, I told you I was going to do that. SitePop, how to get targeted traffic. I'm going to just call it that. Let me just double check real quick and see if Christmas falls on a Saturday. So it's just Thanksgiving. Yep. Sweet. So, okay, so got that. We'll put these all into the description as soon as I'm done. Give me probably 20 minutes to pull up all the links and everything. And naturally, as soon as I stop talking, I have convergence of a little one that wants something. So, and I'm doing her laundry too. She's like, I have no clothes, Mommy. And I'm like, well, if you'd stop hiding them all over the house, I could wash them. She's like, I said, Daddy was going to wash them this weekend, but we can't find them. So she had to go dig them all out of everywhere. And she brought me out this huge basket full. And I'm going, yeah, I see why you have no clothes now. So yeah, I started that right before we came in. So I got to go switch that to the dryer, and then she'll be good. So, well, thanks, Marjorie, for coming on. Thanks, Chrissy, for coming on. Thanks, third person, for coming on. I can see 3 viewers, so I appreciate that. And if I missed anything, if you think that I should expand more on something next week, just let me know. And I think we're going to call it good for today. So thank you again for coming. I'll get this stuff posted momentarily. And, oh, wait, I forgot to do this. I had it on there at the beginning, right? Subscribe, notification bell, like. He's so cute. We got to leave him on there. I should leave him up the whole time. He's so cute. His little smiley face. It's a GIF I pulled off of Giphy. Somebody made it and put it on there. So anyway, so that's it for today. Thanks again for coming, and I will see you guys in the Facebook group and on YouTube throughout the week. Just watch for the videos, and again, if there's something we're missing, just let us know. Thanks.